Hey everyone, Zane here from Aquarely.io, and I've got in front of me Edwin Yang, who is the CEO of Intellicent AI. So, Edwin, if you want to make an intro about yourself and maybe tell everyone what it is you've experienced over the last few
Yeah,
weeks working with me.
yeah, definitely. First of all, I want to say thank you, Zane. You've helped me so much throughout the last 2 weeks. The calls are just so valuable, right? I mean, I came in, I had, a problem with sales. It wasn't something that I was strong with, right? It wasn't a strong suit in the beginning, but, just from what we've, talked about, throughout, each of those calls, I mean, you've really sat down with me, right, for an hour at a time and then just really broken down each step of the way. And I guess, on the sales side of things specifically, I mean, we did drills, right? I mean, it was just like you made me go back and back again until I got it perfectly right. And then we move on to the next point, right? Sometimes, on a single call, we would just spend time on one thing until I got it right. And it's just like your attitude with, whatever it takes to really get me there. That's really been super helpful and powerful for me. And a lot of times the consulting is just like the brainstorming, right? Giving me access to, I guess, tools and ideas that I didn't really have before, that I didn't know, was possible, and actually, I guess, getting to my goal, right? Those things are just things that, as someone who doesn't have as much experience as Zane, in the business side of things, with operating stuff like that, it's just really eye opening, to just learn from a mentor, who's gone through trials, who's gone through, um, you know, you know, the hard stuff that no one is really willing to go through, and then be able to kind of provide it and teach it in a way where it's so digestible, and I'm able to take it and implement it immediately, right? Um, so I think that's like, in a nutshell, that's really what's been super, helpful for me and really valuable for me, in the last, few weeks that we've been working together so far.
Man, that's incredible. I appreciate the kind words, brother. And
Yeah, definitely.
yeah, looking forward to seeing how you grow over the next couple months, over the next 6 months, heading into 2025. Let's make sure you hit your goals.
For sure, man. Yeah, I mean, thank you so much. I mean, I couldn't have really done this without you. I mean, I have mentors and coaches in the past, but no one really gave me the attention that you gave me, to be honest. And it's just full transparency, full honesty, right? No one really sits down with me for an hour at a time, several times a week, sometimes even, when I need it, to really just dive deep into a problem and see, hey, what are the actual solutions? Hey, how can we actually make this better so that you can actually succeed,
Yeah.
right? That's really, I think that's really the main value that I really got from working with Zane.
Well, I
So yeah,
appreciate that, man. I appreciate it. And
yeah, for me.
that was one of my pain points as well. Obviously, you and I came from the same coaching program, and one of the main things is they don't give that one-on-one touch. They just
Mhm.
they put you in a group, and they just hoping you're going to succeed. And unfortunately, what creates success is drills, as you were saying, right? And it's feedback loops. It's looking
Yeah,
at what went wrong and how can we improve that thing, and that takes drills, it takes effort, it takes time, it takes attention, which is something that a lot of coaching programs are missing nowadays, and that's why they don't really get such crazy results, right? um,
yeah,
and when we're looking at your sales script, for example, I mean, we could clearly see a major difference between the
yeah,
first start of the session to the end of the session. That's
yeah,
because we kept ramming on that thing right over and over and over again. um,
yeah,
but yeah, no, I appreciate that so much. Thank you for the kind words.
yeah, yeah, of course, man. And then just one last thing. I mean, touching on kind of what you were just saying, it's really the personalization that was that was really valuable to me, and what really mattered to me was the personalization. I'm just like, hey, I'm looking at, hey, what is your bottleneck? What's your challenge? What do you want to talk about today? That's keeping you from doing more, right? In your business, whether that be revenue or whatever that might be. But Zane sits down, with you, right? Like he did with me, and he would just dial in. I mean, he would just look at, hey, what is your problem, and how can I solve it for you based on your circumstances, based on what you've done already, and how can we make it better and improve. So I think that's probably the number one thing, was the personalization and the tailored, I guess, approach to consulting. I think that's what he really came with a bang with.
Incredible. Well, thank you for the feedback as well. This is amazing to hear.
Yeah.
And
Thank you,
yeah,
man.